In your headlines, a fatal shooting of a young man was reported over the weekend, and the local farmers market officially opened over the weekend. Hello Turks and Caicos, welcome to PTV Newswatch. Thanks for tuning in on this Monday, July 25th, 2022. I'm Khalees Williams with today's newscast. The real news starts now. After a brief pause in serious crime, yet another murder is recorded over the weekend. A young man was reportedly shot outside a Provo nightclub and later died. Here's that report.
A young mechanic from South Caicos, we are told, is the country's latest homicide victim after he was shot outside Club 809 in Blue Hills. The victim, we now learn, has been identified as Justin Backles. While the circumstances surrounding the incident are still largely unclear, police reported that after 3 a.m. on Sunday, July 24th, a call was made to the police control room to report a gunshot that went off at an establishment on Blue Hills Road. Police were said to be at the scene moments later, where they found the male victim. He was taken to Cheshire Hall Medical, where he succumbed to his injuries at 5:30 a.m. Newswatch learned from sources that there was a disagreement that took place prior to the incident in which a fight ensued. PTV extends condolences to the family of Backles. Investigations are underway, and anyone with information is asked to call 911 or Crime Stoppers anonymously.
Another unspeakable tragedy comes in the form of a dangerous voyage that left a number of Haitian families in mourning after what Bahamian authorities believe to be a human smuggling operation gone wrong. Newswatch has the latest.
At least 17 people are dead and another 8 to 15 missing after a boat capsized in rough seas of the Bahamas after midnight on Sunday. Bahamian authorities say the boat was likely making its way from Haiti to Miami, Florida, in what they believed was a human smuggling operation when the 30-foot vessel overturned.
There was a tragedy at sea involving suspected irregular Haitian migrants. As a result, a multi-agency investigation is underway to determine the full circumstances surrounding a suspected human smuggling operation, which has resulted in the deaths of these irregular Haitian migrants.
That was Prime Minister of the Bahamas, Honorable Philip Brave Davis, who shared during an emergency press briefing that 7 miles off New Providence, just after 1 a.m. on Sunday, July 24th, a rescue team recovered 17 bodies from the water, 15 females, 1 male, and a toddler, while 25 persons were rescued, including 2 Bahamian men who are in custody being questioned. However, based on additional information, other passengers are said to be unaccounted for.
Preliminary investigations suggest that a twin-engine speedboat left a docking facility off West Bay Street around 1 a.m. with approximately 60 persons on board. It is believed that their final destination was Miami, Florida. It is believed that the vessel capsized in rough seas.
The Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands alike continue to battle with the issue of illegal migration and continue to work to discourage these voyages. Back in January 2020, a boat capsized off the south of Provo, and while officials were able to rescue most of the vessel's passengers, some were not as lucky. Authorities continue to plead for persons to discontinue these dangerous voyages that oftentimes end in tragedy, especially when considering some vessels which likely go missing without a trace. Officials say judicial action will be taken against the persons heading these operations as search and recovery efforts continue for those missing persons.
We'll be right back with more Newswatch when we return.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providenciales, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Welcome back to Newswatch. The breadbaskets list of items for duty concession, recently announced by the Premier and the Minister of Finance, has been released, and Newswatch shares what those items are in this next story.
The list of items was announced in the July 21st sitting of the House of Assembly by Deputy Premier and Minister of Finance, Honorable E.J. Saunders.
Our government is also waiving the import duties and custom processing fee on a basket of items for the period 1st of August to 30th of November. Included in the basket of items are rice, flour.
The basket includes rice, flour, grits, bread, spaghetti and instant noodles, macaroni and cheese dinners, cereals like cornflakes, chicken, canned sausages, fresh and canned meats, cheese, evaporated milk, eggs, cooking oil, fruit, sugar, instant baby food and juices, water, cleaning supplies and disinfectants, face masks, adult and baby diapers, and protein nutritional shakes. Honorable Saunders says his government is also prepared to expand this list and the period of exemption if necessary.
So, Mr. Speaker, as you're aware, the current crisis, which are creating a rise in inflation, of fluid. And as such, our government is constantly monitoring the situation, and we will make the necessary fiscal interventions in order to protect the lives of our residents. So, to those persons, who claim that this good government is only handing out checks and that we're not being innovative in our approach to combating the rise in the cost of living, well, if you didn't know, now you know.
In his address, the Minister of Finance shared that the average grocery bill has increased to about 10% in the last year and almost 15% since 2020, and living expenses increased by an average of 13% within the last 12 months. Residents will also receive a $600 exemption on items from non-business related travel, $200 up from the $400 currently in place. This is all to take effect on August 1st through November 30th.
The local farmers market officially opened over the weekend in Q-Town, allowing local farmers and vendors to showcase their products. We have the details. Saturday, July 23, 2022, the Q-Town Farmers Market officially came to town after a highly anticipated wait. Citizens came out in support of local crop growers and vendors. Newswatch got interviews from vendors and footage of the fruits of their labor. Ms. Vershina Forbes showcased salt key treats at her stand at the farmers market.
We're selling salty treats. They're not locally grown, they are locally made. So we have the cream cakes. This is the milk juice, salty candies, and brittle.
Ms. Karen Higgs spoke to Newswatch about the variety of National Turks and Caicos dishes she was selling that day.
Pumpkin grits.
Let's go down to another table here.
Stew.
Oh boy,
Macaroni
let's
and
see what's
cheese.
going on
Fried
here.
plantains. Potato bread, Johnny cake.
Casey Higgs showcased products from Caicos Traditions, a business in North Caicos that grows local staples. Local farmer Ken Adams shared with Newswatch the crops and livestock that he rears and what he was showcasing for the day.
Maybe 150 chickens. Wow. Lots of sugar apples, coconut, lots of guavas, all sorts of stuff I grow in the backyard. Just showing off some of my chickens.
Okay.
And we do,
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we got a variety of
at our store, we sell the chicken feed at the Do It Center. We have this scratch brain, and we also have the egg maker. And then this is for the baby chick, the starter.
Roydoya Aline was at the farmer's market to show off and sell her beautiful oyster mushrooms from her company, TCI Mushrooms.
So today,
I see some of the tables are getting empty. This is what I'm talking about.
a lot of
We want everything sold.
blue oyster mushrooms. Wow. They're farm fresh, grown right here in Providence, the Isles. You cannot go to the supermarket and find any oyster mushroom that is of this size and quality.
Local farmer Mr. Courtney Missick told Newswatch about how fresh off the vine his produce was.
I harvested them yesterday, around about after lunch. So this stuff is basically less than 24 hours. Harvested less than 24 hours.
Local author Miss Lavinia Bishop decided to put her own spin on things and sold her book Lily and Isla the Flamingo at the farmer's market instead of food, which made for a pleasant twist. 30 years ago, a batch of students were the first to ever attend all 5 forms at the Clement Howell High School. Now, 3 decades later, they've come together again to celebrate their reunion. Newswatch has the details. On Thursday, July 21st, 2022, the past alumni decided to kick off their reunion at Fish Fry. While there, Newswatch caught up with 9 of the former students for an interview. The past students were first asked what they were here to celebrate all together.
We're celebrating class of 1992 Clement Howell High School 30th year reunion.
Natasha Ewing then shared how it felt to be reunited with her former classmates.
This is a wonderful feeling. I haven't seen George in a long while. While Marvin and Monique lives here, I haven't seen them in like forever. So this is great to be here today together with like most of them, just having a good time. It's good to be together.
When asked how it felt to be the first group of alumni to attend Clement Howell for all 5 forms, Tawana Ewing had this to say.
It's a wonderful feeling, and we were the first true Clement Howellers, I call it, where we started from first form straight to fifth form. So we are the champion batch, yes. So, you know, it's good to know that we are the first to do a reunion, so we are trailblazers.
Donovan Harvey informed Newswatch that Clement Howell was the school that started Education Week back in the day.
But also, Missouri was the first one to start Education Week.
That's true.
Okay, the debate that happens now with schools, that started at Clement Howell High.
Tawana stated the plans that the class has after their banquet at Beaches Resort on Saturday.
Yes, we honor God, so after partying on Saturday night and having fun, we're going to go in and go to church, Pastor Pedro Church, Jericho Baptist, yes. Sunday at 10 a.m.
To honor a fallen family member of one of their former classmates, Marvin Dean asked for a moment of silence.
For anything goes farther, I just want to say that we have lost one of our classmates.
A few of them.
A few of our classmates, but at 2 days ago, we have lost one of our classmates' brother that we are mourning at this moment. Devin Gardner. He's one of our classmates, and he lost his son, his brother, today. So I just want to say, have his deepest sympathy and condolences that his family is grieving, and we all have went through it before we go any further. So I just want to say, let's have a moment of silence for Devin, because he's one of us, because of his loss of his brother. So let's have a moment of silence for him.
More details on this story will be offered in a subsequent newscast. Don't move just yet. Coming up next is your weather forecast after this break.
This is a reminder that all PTV service accounts are due on the first day of each month. Accounts should be brought up to date by the 28th of the month to avoid disruption in service. Payments may be made on our office at Stubbs Diamond Plaza, Providence Jollies, Mides Plaza, North Caicos, and Airport Road in South Caicos. Payments may also be made online using Scotiabank, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, and Royal Bank of Canada. Please allow 3 business days for online payments to be processed. We thank you for your cooperation.
Here at People's Television, we're more than just your leading news and entertainment services. We are
spreading the gospel.
We are breaking barriers.
We are preserving the culture. Each one, teach one.
We are committed to excellence.
We're creating change.
We are creating memories.
We are the future.
I am PTV.
I am PTV. I am PTV.
I am PTV.
We are PTV.
We are continuing the legacy. We are PTV.
Welcome back to Newswatch. Here's the latest in your weather forecast. For the nation's capital, Grand Turk, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 79, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For South Caicos, partly cloudy skies, high 85, low 79, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For North and Middle Caicos, partly cloudy skies, high 86, low 80, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. For Parrot and Pine Key, partly cloudy skies, high 86, low 80, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. And on Providenciales, partly cloudy skies, high 86, low 80, winds east at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Here's your sunrise and sunset. Sunrise 6:20 a.m., sunset 7:33 p.m. Now for your high and low tides. High tide 6:56 a.m., 7:16 p.m. Low tide 1:04 a.m., 12:49 p.m. And for your hurricane outlook, for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico, tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 5 days. And that's it for your weather forecast and hurricane outlook. That's the end of today's edition of Newswatch, but don't forget you can always catch us on our website at www.ptv8tci.com and every weekday right here at 6:30 p.m. I'm Khalees Williams. Stay informed. Thanks for watching.